Episode 39, the weekly recap of what I think are the most important stories that happened in sneakers this week. So, as Inside the Ties, you hear our new birds. My daughter got two new birds, so they're going to be really loud while I'm talking because they're not used to it yet. But let's get to the recap. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Start. Three topics. First is going to be Dick's, which is one of those pause things, but we'll get back to it. Dick's Sporting Goods. The next one's going to be Nike and the Boston Marathon. And then I got a couple of things to talk about in regard to Adidas, which is doing a lot of really fantastic work in sustainability. So let's get to it. 3:09. We got the time left here. Dick's Sporting Goods. Every time I do an Inside the Ties, it always comes back to Under Armour for some reason. But I guess what's happening is Under Armour is such a new company that a lot of people feel as if they can come in and disrupt the growth of the company. But Under Armour is a strong, young company. I mean, regardless of what people are kind of looking at it, in relation to their stock prices dropping and everything else, you're talking about a $5 billion a year company. But this is something that people need to pay attention to because it's a disruption not just for Under Armour. Dick's launched another private label. Now they had a previous private label with Carrie Underwood. So if you come to the website, I'm going to put the link down here. Remember, all of the links for the articles are down here in the description. If you come there, you'll be able to read basically how Dick's has launched something. If you look at this, it looks like an Under Armour ad, but it's for a company called Second Skin. Second Skin is Dick's Sporting Goods. This is something very similar to what I talk about on the website in regard to Amazon and the disruption of Amazon entering athleisure. This is Dick's making a serious play for the Under Armour styled kind of apparel that goes under the gear that athletes wear, right? It's the space where I said that Under Armour needed to get back to. So if you go to the article, you'll see a couple of discussions here, including the Amazon one and my explanation of what I think Under Armour should be focusing on, which is performance. All right, so 121. Moving on to the next thing. This past week, the Boston Marathon was run, so congratulations to everyone that competed. It's obviously one of the most important marathons in the world, and Nike swept the podium. All right, so it's a big deal for Nike because a lot of the runners were wearing the Zoom X cushioning, which is the carbon fiber plate that's embedded into the shoe. But this is the problem. I wrote an article a while back about the Tokyo Marathon. And when we sit here and look at what Wilson Kipsang ran in the Adidas sub 2:03, the fastest Nike person was 2:09. Now, different conditions, obviously a lot of things go into play with the marathon, but we're looking at these two companies fighting for the performance market via the sub 2 marathon. So that's something to keep an eye on. All right. Next thing, and the last thing, and it's two, because I did two articles on it, so I'll put them both down here in the description. But we got 15 seconds. I got to send a huge shout out to Adidas. I mean, they're doing work with Parley of the Ocean, Parley for the Ocean, where they're taking basically recycled trash from the ocean and implementing it into apparel and footwear. All right. So it's an amazing thing to watch, and it's very important. And it's something that every company is going to have to eventually get into. But Adidas is leading the way. And because they're leading the way, people are becoming more endeared towards the brand. When I kept saying that I didn't think Adidas was going to be able to sustain, I didn't realize that Adidas was really paying attention to the market and doing everything that you're supposed to do to maintain relevance in this new economy. That's it for this week. Glad you guys are watching. I'm hoping a lot of this stuff is helping you out with discussions or with ideas for things that you're working on. You got a question, hit me. You know I'll answer it. Go to the site, description, click, read everything, discuss, get smarter. Peace.